A painting contractor was speaking with a woman about a job. In the first room, she said she would like a pale blue. The contractor wrote this down, went to the window, opened it, and yelled, "Green side up." They walked into the second room, where the woman told the painter she would like it painted in a soft yellow. He wrote this on his pad, walked to the window, opened it, and once again yelled, "Green side up." The lady was somewhat curious, but said nothing. They then moved on to the third room, where she said she would like it painted a warm rose colour. The painter wrote this down, walked to the window, opened it, and again yelled, "Green side up." Unable to contain her curiosity, the lady asked him, "Why do you keep yelling green side up?" "I'm sorry," came the reply, "but I have a crew of blondes laying sod across the street."